alongside Bob McKenzie, Darren Pang, and Aaron Ward. And gentlemen, not much went well for the Montreal Canadiens in their opener against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Of course, they lost Markov, and they lost pretty much every other battle, including the goaltending battle and the penalty kill situation, which were really kind of rough, Darren Pang. Let's begin with the goaltending.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the Montreal Canadiens leaned towards Carey Price for game number 2. I mean, let's face it, Jaroslav Halak was absolutely phenomenal in the final 3 games against the Washington Capitals. Mentally exhausted, physically fatigued, heading into game 1 on a quick turnaround after that emotional game 7 win. They did it before in the Washington series, and that's what leads me to think that that might happen again. You keep in mind in game 3, Halak didn't play well, Carey Price came in. You're thinking Halak starts the next game, but that wasn't the case. It was actually Carey Price that played. Then they got a rejuvenated and refreshed Jaroslav Halak in that series. He plays the 3 games. Now you've got a quick turnaround again, an afternoon game again, and then you've got in Montreal. So you want to refresh goaltender, go back to Montreal, and that's what leads me to believe that maybe Halak gets the rest and goes into Montreal.
The fact that we're even asking the question about the goaltending and Jacques Martin didn't come clean on Saturday, suggesting who it would be, leads you to believe there could be a goaltending change. What there will definitely have to be for the Montreal Canadiens is a change in how they kill penalties. The Pittsburgh Penguins absolutely picked them apart. Canadiens gave up 4 Pittsburgh power play goals. They haven't done that in a game since the playoffs in 1964. Think about that one for a moment, 1964. Unlike the Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh did a much better job of stationing people in front of the net. Halak wasn't challenging. He was too far back in his net. He allowed those people screening him to break him down too much. But the other big problem for the Montreal Canadiens was that they were allowing the cross-seam pass. They were allowing Sidney Crosby to pick them apart and put a pass through the box and get Halak moving east to west. That didn't happen against the Washington Capitals. The Montreal Canadiens looked to do a much better job of closing out that box and not allowing them to come through the middle.
Yeah, and way too many turnovers in the neutral zone, including from Kostitsyn, so that's got to be improved in game 2.
All right, let's turn our attention away from the semifinals on Sunday in the East to the semifinals in the West. And Aaron Ward, we're going to turn our attention away from the penalty kill to the power play and things not going so well for the Red Wings in game 1.
Yeah, we all know that special teams play such an important role at this stage of the playoffs. Detroit's power play was at a 24% clip coming out of Series 1 against Phoenix. Last game they were 0 for 5, managed to only get 4 shots on net. So that's obviously unacceptable. And Coach McCullough has talked about it post-game that they made a concerted effort to not only bottle them up in the neutral zone, but to limit the focal points of the power play that Detroit has. And that's those guys, obviously, Nick Lidstrom and Rafalski. Those are all pucks seem to go through those guys eventually. Obviously, Holmstrom plays a key role, Bertuzzi plays a key role, but those are the distributors on that power play.
Yeah, and Detroit will be faced with maybe Patrick Marleau also returning to the lineup, and Heatley played very well in game 1 too. And there were some question marks about Heatley's health and how he was going to play. I thought he was pretty solid with Joe Thornton.
Yeah, it looks like Patrick Marleau is indeed going to be ready for game number 2, but by the looks of the jersey they were wearing to practice on Saturday, it doesn't look like Marleau is going to be playing with Thornton and Heatley. That could be a change there as we take